case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you. In this case, I want to find.
Hey, what's happening with it? What's going on with it? Super late stream with no notice. My apologies. My apologies. What's up, Paula? Oh, I got some, man, the Pandrew thing is very concerning. What I have tonight to show you. Very concerning. You know, I'm glad that you said that. I'll start off with that. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the call to Benny Key's prosecutor, as promised. We're helping a new family. We hope to help more. You guys can help too. Team Whiteboard Radio. Very, very strange case. Very strange case. We're going to get into it a little bit tonight. It's late. I do got to work tomorrow. Kind of combined everything at the last moment here. But lastly, Pandrew, you know, you always hear me say things like, and I got to eat my own words for once, because I always kind of rag on the people who channel hop to channel hop and are always keeping up with like the Summer Wells community, and they watch all the channels. Like I kind of give them people a tough time. I gotta take my own words back on this one, because there was something sent to me yesterday, and it was a clip of Pandrew, and what was recorded will blow your mind. Okay. It's slowed down for you and everything, but it makes me think like, so this is just about Pandrew, but something you never know who's watching these YouTube videos, and people can screen grab stuff and all types of stuff. And, but this is concerning, you know? So I guess what we'll do is, let me see who's in here. How do you guys want to do it? Carol's in here. Carol, shout out to moderator Carol. She put us in connection with the new family. I do want to spend some time on that. So I think we'll do that later on in the show. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go like this. We'll do it like this. Benny, then we're going to go to Pandrew, and then we'll close with the new family. And again, I'll put a poster up on the screen. You guys screen snag it, share it to your social media. Let's help this family. Let's another family that we can help. That's what's cool about YouTube, is we have the ability to help a family with a missing person's case. But this case is very strange. You think the Summers case is weird. This case literally just went from a missing persons case to a homicide overnight. It's very strange. The family's black. So as you can guess, it's not getting any media coverage except what's floating around on TikTok. And it's not even really on the YouTube streets. So I'm happy to bring it to the YouTube streets. You know, and let's see what we can do. I'd like to bring awareness to it. I'm getting with Noel to do like a think tank on this, to open up all avenues on this with the help of Carol has been very helpful on this. We're going to try to have the family come on maybe. We're going to see. But tonight I'm just going to intro it to you guys. We'll do that later on. But I'll tell you, we'll do it like that. We're going to go Benny, Pandrew, and then the new case. Okay, let's see who's in the chat. Thanks again, Carol, for everything you sent. What's up, Poppy? Sunshine Dragonfly, what's going on? Wifey, the lovely damaged goods. Mama Bear. You guys, yeah, the Pandrew thing is weird. Danielle Freeman found safe in Houston. Thank you, James, for the update. Thank you, thank you. So yes, hello, Paula. We said Paula was the first one. Subscribe to the second channel. That would be me right here. Type it in the chat now. Click the avatar. Shoot on over there. All right. So Benny, the prosecution. So I called a couple times. Okay. Last time I called, today we got the secretary over there. It is a woman who's handling his case. Okay. I really, really, really wanted. What's that? Homeless in America? What's happening, bro? What's happening? Homeless. Been rocking with the channel a long time. What up, homeless? Good to see you in here. Always good to see you. Good to see all you people in the chat. All good names that I love. Anyway, with Benny, I could tell you this much. I can't record. I guess I could record it and put it on, but it's a prosecutor. I'm just not doing it like that. Some YouTubers like record themselves talking to TBI or police. Not white boy. But I did call a couple times. Got the secretary, nice woman. There have been multiple phone calls on Benjamin Dwayne Lindsay and regarding his behavior. I can't tell you what was said on the other calls, but what I could tell you what I said was just the truth. The dude's a stalker, harasser, psychotic, known to do this a lot to women. Also provided past police involvement. Whoa, we just broke the chair. That dude's a bad luck. That dude's bad luck or something. What's going on with this thing? Did it break? It felt like it broke. It felt like I broke it.
No, it's supposed to be back, isn't it?
I don't know. I guess so.
I mean,
So I told the secretary that. I mean, I'm calling not on a fake number, not on a text-free number, with my real number, give my real email. Shout out to Mystical for being a member for 12 months, a year strong on Team White Boy Radio. That's what I'm talking about. Click the like and share. Mystical, I hope you're feeling good or better. So yeah, I did do that. I'm supposed to get a call back. I'll keep you updated. But all I can tell you is this. After talking to them, they said they've had numerous calls. I can only imagine with YouTube how much of them are true and how much of them are just being spiteful. Who knows? They're probably all true. But the dude is shenanigans, man. And I told you I would do my part, and I did. So all I can tell you is that I did do it. I did speak with the secretary. They're gonna, give all the information to the lady there, and what she does, she does. They're not. It's not like they're gonna tell me what's gonna happen on a court date, but all I can do is my part, and I did do it. That dude, he's it's just like I told the lady today. He's known for always attacking women, always. And dudes too, but he does this weird thing. He's like a person, on that Netflix series Stalkers, where he just has big balls. When I was growing up, there used to be like dudes would get like, you always have these guys when they start drinking and stuff. That's when they got their balls. Like they'd try to fight you and stuff after a couple beers. But without the beers, they're like quiet as a mouse. I feel like his beers is the computer keyboard or something like that. You know what I mean? But so we'll see what happens. Hopefully they give him the electric chair. Hopefully, keeping my nuts crossed. But I mean, I don't know. I doubt it. It's just a misdemeanor. What's up, the plug podcast by Cross Your Heart? Smash the subscribe to a friend of the channel of me and Noel's. If you notice on my homepage, at the very bottom, there's, videos, live, playlist, blah, 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 community page. At the very bottom of my homepage, it says supported channels. And I promote certain channels. You'll find J is for Justice. You'll find Free from Fetters Grove. You'll find a lot of people on there, but you'll also find the Plug podcast. Okay, we support the Plug. Man, you know what? Should have him hop up on the topic of parenting. You want to hop up and take the link? Well, you're gonna be blind on the subject. But Pandrew. So if you want to hop up and take the link on this piece of white trash we're about to get into, you're more than welcome. So what I want to tell you guys with Andrew is Andrew Hiltz. A few lives ago, I told you guys, like, what a complete waste of source of information when it comes to the Summer Wells case. This dude's son possibly has more answers than we know of. And for those who don't know, Benjamin baited this dude into like some trickery a few weeks ago. They were going back and forth, and then Pandrew was on his panel. Benny's talking about CPS and charges, and Pandrew literally admitted on Benny's panel that possibly he was worried about his son Hunter maybe snapping and choking out, or blacking out is the words that he said, blacking out and doing something stupid he would regret. Very interesting. Very interesting. But we've all seen Pandrew do weird things as a parent figure here on YouTube. I mean, we can all remember back to when the kid gets out the shower and says, "Hey, can I have a towel, Daddy?" And he says, "No, go over there and air dry like Daddy does." Who is trailer parking this trash? But that could be opinion, if you will. That brings us to yesterday. The dude cranks up a live with White Boy Radio in the title. And I'm not going to play it because, well, I'll get there in a second. But in this live that he does, you can see him thinking and talking to his audience. You can see the light bulb go off. And he thinks there's a big wild conspiracy of me, Miss Daisy, and Benny Keys teaming up to go against him. As if anybody themselves, blindfolded and backwards, can't just crush that dude one-on-one. But he thinks that there's a conspiracy ring here. Like, anybody on YouTube knows that I don't fuck with Benny, but let him tell it. We're best of friends. There's that just shows you the way the guy thinks, how smart he is, and why we're not getting any answers with his son. Like, imagine if he was a smart dude and he could say, "Hey, man, think about that day," right? But it gets better. Wait, there's more. So in this live, so first he says that I'm best of friends with Benny. Now, look, people, when I make my parodies, I upload these parodies on YouTube for adults only. For adults only. I don't make parodies intended for any children to watch. I make all my YouTube videos for 18 plus because I say some wild things sometimes. If it's a parody, I'm trying to make you laugh. With that being said, in this video he does of me, which is why I'm not going to put it on the screen, he's got it's a video of me talking about Benny Keys. And there's some type of penis. I'm talking about cocks and mouths and who knows what else. And he's playing this video of me in front of his kids. Then there's a conversation about some girl, minor girl on her period. And he calls her ketchup packets. Like, it's as white trash as you could get. It's pretty Fucking disgusting. Okay, and he's playing my video in front of these kids, and then he's like yelling at the computer, like at me, and he's like a bunch of motherfuckers, a bunch of this and that, and it's like it's really weird. It's almost like a prayer garden. Hey, motherfucker, let's say Hail Mary full of grace. It's like it's very weird, right? But let me tell you, you never know who's watching on these YouTube trees. People who follow Summer Wells' case, they follow, I believe, there's a certain amount of people who follow all the creators, whether if they like them or dislike them. And they're doing their own research. They're doing their own thing. These small group of people within the Summer Wells community. And they record shit. So I got sent this as of yesterday. Let's put it on the screen. This is concerning for Andrew's children.
Oh. I called to see what you were up to.
So you're not going to pick it up. I'm going to play it 3 times in a row and you won't catch it. Listen to the background noise. It's not what Andrew's saying. It's what's in the background, what you're listening to. See if you can catch it.
Children should be involved in this at all, dead or alive. Period. Yes, sir. Oh, I called to see what you were up to.
Cross, I'm going to drop the link. I want you to come up for just a moment if you don't mind. Oh, are you with your family? You can't come up? Oh, okay. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. I was going to have you come up for a few minutes, but that's not a problem. I'm going to play it one more time for you guys. We're listening to after he answers the phone in the background. Can you catch it?
Oh, I called to see what you were up to. Children should be involved in this at all, dead or alive. Period.
Cross. These are super young kids, and the dude is a white trash person, horrendous parent. And I wanted to have you come on and talk about for just a moment, maybe that subject that you did in your super chat. Thank you, by the way, but also really fast your thoughts on, or maybe just your thoughts on, why does the media not cover these missing persons cases in Black families? Because tonight I'm going to introduce a family that we're helping, and I would love to connect them with you. They need all the help they can get. I can't tell you why Gabby Petito will be on every legacy news media outlet that's available, but it's not the other way around. I can't tell you why. I don't know why. People have their thoughts, people have their conspiracies, but it's not fair to families. I don't know. Maybe your thoughts, but if you're with family, it's all good. Yeah, he's definitely stranger danger. Let's hear it again. Listen up, y'all. I want everybody to turn the volume up. We're listening to after he picks the phone up.
You really can't hear it like that. It's so low. It sounds so much lower. It doesn't sound the same.
Let me turn mine up. It's cranked up. I could turn it up a little bit more. Let's go like this. I'm going to make a short of this, upload it, and you can do your own rewinding. But trust me, it's there. Here we go again.
Oh, I called to see what you were up to. Children should be involved in this at all, dead or alive. Period. Yes, sir. Oh, I called to see what you were up to.
One more time.
Oh, I called to see what you were up to. Children should be involved in this at all, dead or alive. Period. Yes, sir. Oh, I called to see what you were up to.
All right. So wifey says the volume is a little bit,
It doesn't sound like.
it's a little bit lower on the screen sharing angle. Okay. So what I'm doing, yeah.
Turn the volume really loud. It was much more clear. On this, it sounds like.
So what I'm doing right now is uploading a short of exactly this clip that was sent to me. Again, I can't take credit for this. Salute to the subscriber who sent me this. Just like Carol, who's in the chat, hooked us up with family that needs help. It's a subscriber, people. You guys have to realize with these true crime channels, subscribers do a lot of research and a lot of help. I don't hide the fact of that. I'm appreciative of anybody who does this. I really thank you guys. But this subscriber was watching this fool, and since you can't really do it yourself and hear it, I'll just go ahead and tell you what it is his kid in the background screaming. Stupid ass cat. Now, what you want to make out? Come on. What do you want to make out? The kid says, I honestly don't know that part. I know half of what the kid says, and it doesn't sound off good. It don't sound off good. Now, the person who sent this to me, they thought the kid said something, and their guess was concerning. Very concerning, huh?
What they said.
Something with daddy and sexy. What I can tell you, what I heard is definitely a kid screaming, not a happy scream, a kid that is afraid, a scared scream, and there's a daddy in there. Now, honestly, I have not understood the second part of it. It's very concerning, very weird. I'm uploading a short right now, so you can listen to this yourself, rewind it. I'm going to listen to it, and I'll pin my own comment in the video and tell you exactly what part of the video to listen to at the second mark. You guys tell me what's being said. Either way, it's freaking weird. This guy, look, man, this guy is such a waste of resource for this case. It's weird what he said on Benny's panel with Hunter blacking out, but it's concerning watching him on YouTube. I'm not going to tell anybody how to be a parent or how to parent their kids, but some of the shit that he does is really weird. And these are young kids, like they're young. it's concerning, man. The dude is like what do you do with this? He make people send me a live, they're like, he's bashing you. I'm like, oh, okay. I clicked the link,
Like everybody doesn't say.
and the dude is talking to his subscribers like me and Benny are friends. I'm like, this is him bashing me. He sounds like a fucking moron. Like, this is great. What person who's tuning in to Pandrew at this moment, viewing what he's got to say, then comes over here because they now know my name because I'm tagged in the title. If they're watching my content versus his, the dude is dry as could be. He sits there and goes 100 times in the live. Like, dude, it's not funny. It's so corny. But so it's not even like, it's almost like I don't care that he does those. It's like I want him to keep putting my name in the titles because subscribers are going up. Seriously. But his parenting thing is weird. I know he's got a thing with Miss Daisy with the police and stuff, and he keeps saying that police don't have jurisdiction. Miss Daisy, listen to this short. Fuck the police, literally, but fuck the police. There's another department you should contact. The dude is on YouTube. Man, look here, man. He needs to go to a parenting class. It's weird, people, but good find by the subscriber. I'm uploading it now. Kid is screaming in the background saying weird stuff. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'll let you be the judge of what you hear. It's slowed down to as best as I can do it. Let's hit some comments. But there's one more thing with him that I want to show you guys. The complete contradiction of just what he does. He does a stream, this guy, and he's sitting there. This stream evidently is with it's with the lady General Knowledge. Remember that lady, that grandma lady I was doing parodies about around the same time with her and Smiley, the really weird, spiteful, mean bitch that says all these weird things on the wells. The lady, her name is Ro. You guys know who this is? What's up, Skunky? What's up, what's happening? Knowledge is power. I'm sorry, this lady. So apparently Pandrew, I don't know what, Pandrew has a problem where he thinks like, it's like Pandrew doesn't really know how to run a channel. He thinks like just YouTube beefing with people is how you do it. And that's great. The trolls, they got to have a fucking field day with this guy. You could tell they just gas him up all the time to do. I'm not even mad at the trolls. So to the dudes, he's just. I didn't realize he was like really slow until like literally today. But here is something he did on Knowledge is Power. That lady Ro, that really mean, spiteful lady saying all this nasty thing about the wells. You have Andrew here doing an apology live to her because he made her cry about something. So you have two people right now, and this is very interesting. One lady who's crying says god awful things about a missing person's family, day after day, night after night, month after month. God awful, disgusting things about Candace and Don Wells every day. And now you get to see her get humbled and start crying, broken down, because the shoe's on the other foot. And then by way of somebody who does the same stuff to the missing family case, but now, but why, by way of him, he's the one who, so you get to see the person putting on some type of character mode with Knowledge is Power. You see her broken down, complete contradiction. And then you see Pandrew a different side of him. You can see he kind of cares about this person. Now, whatever, general knowledge. Knowledge is power. So it's like, well, what are you two really doing? Both you two just bash the Wells family day after day. So Pandrew, in this example here that he does, Pandrew's showing you that that's not who he really is. And the same goes with Ro. It's beautiful. Now, personally, I don't care about either one of them or who's crying or what, but it just goes to show you the contradictions of some of these people, man. And this is great. So let me show you this. Starts at 3:29. We'll do it from here.
Daniely, take away the wrong message.
This looks like white trash.
Okay. Listen, I don't have a clue on what on the God's green earth happened while I was in last night. Okay? I have no part of it. I don't want any. I'm just gonna.
Oh, you get enough. You get enough.
Mistakenly
So here's a have
take
a
away the wrong message.
listen to her.
Something you said or did, and you do it repeatedly every fucking time. Not even half an hour later.
So she's mad about the things Andrew said about her kids. Imagine that. Knowledge is power. Miss Rowe. All those god awful and evil fucking things you say about Candace and Don Wells on a day after day. You don't like it when someone does it to you on a public platform, do you? You didn't cry, did you? Wow. So let's go to 6:30, a little bit more of this. This is a trip. This is a trip. I love when these people show their true colors.
Your life is that fucking lame that you sit around and conversate on whether my kids are my kids. And I'm the one with an attitude, right? I'm the one who doesn't comprehend logic. You feel me on this shit? So, this is what you wanted, right? So we'll just sit here for a couple minutes and let you enjoy it.
All right, so that's just her crying. At some point in here, he shows the phone. She was crying. She was crying about her kids. Somebody saying that her kids didn't belong to her, this and that, which is so comical. I mean, it doesn't shed no sweat off my balls that you're crying, lady. You do this every single night to Candace Wells. I'm going to tag your old miserable ass in this video too. But what I'm saying in this example is, in this live, I'm not playing the whole thing because it's completely boring besides this, but Pandrew is all upset because he pushed this lady to the limit of crying. I don't know how they know each other. Who cares about that as well? But Pandrew is showing you what he does on YouTube. He doesn't like it. When I made the last parody about him, he was talking about quitting on 11:30, which I think is tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It's in an hour. He's not going to quit, people. Come on. But his whole channel is based around these YouTube beefs. I think that's what he thinks how to do YouTube is. But he doesn't even like himself or what he does, to the point where he wants to quit because he says that the doctor says he has high blood pressure. Or you can see it right here. He doesn't like doing what he does. He feels bad about making her cry. I'm not going to play the live, but trust me, it's coming from White Boy. It's what he's saying. And then you have, so that's Andrew showing you who he really is, right? And then take it a step further. What have you done to the Wells? You've done this and more, bro, to them. If you're crying over her over one little YouTube thing, you see what I'm saying? And her whole channel is based upon doing these weird fucking these weird videos to her and the Wells. But somebody gives it to her and she starts crying. Lady, I made a couple parodies of you. If I'd have known you had done this, I'd have been done this along. I wish I could have made you cry because you're a mean lady. You're a mean lady. Let me play this other video one more time just to see if anybody can catch it one more time before I'm going to go to the comments. But isn't that weird, peeps? Let me hit the comments here in a second. Let's see if you guys can catch it. If you guys can catch it here.
Oh, I called to see what you were up to.
So we're listening to after he picks the phone up.
Oh, I called to see what you were up to.
What's up, PETA? Smash that like for sure. Yes, sir, PETA.
Children should be involved in this at all, dead or alive.
That got him so upset he shaved his head because she said things about his hair. I don't.
Sounds so different.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's funny that you said that, Helen. When I made the parody of him quitting YouTube, I said things about his forehead and other things. And he's on one of his lives. He's talking about people saying things about him. No one else busts the forehead jokes. So I know he watches my videos, but to hear him say one of my cracks was really funny in this serious moment to subscribers. But this dude is a joke in itself. But it's not about his behavior on here. What is concerning for real is what's on the screen. And if you watch this guy and you've watched his lives, you know what I'm saying with the kids. It's fucking weird. So in this video, I'm uploading it as we speak. I'm going to create this short. I do challenge you, each viewer, whether you're in the chat or you're in the bushes, it doesn't matter. Whoever may see this, I challenge you to rewind the short until you hear it, until you hear the kid screaming in the background. Don't take my word for it. I challenge you to listen until you hear it. And then I'll ask as you leave a comment. But no. No, you can hear the kid say, it's
I hear the scream and I just can't make out what they're saying.
Yeah, but you didn't listen to it as much as I did.
Oh, I listened to it like however.
I know, it
10
took me a
times
long
in the
time to
car,
get it
but
too.
well, you know, I'm tone deaf.
Right. So when you find it, you hear the kids, you'll hear the kids screaming in the background, and then you hear the kids say, it's not a happy cry, it's a sad, concerning cry. And only a parent knows what I'm talking about. But the kid says, Daddy, and then something. I honestly cannot make out the second word.
You gotta point that out. I didn't hear the
Yeah, it's pretty concerning, you know. So it's pretty weird, man. The dude, Miss Daisy, or anyone who follows her, you might want to send her that short. Wow, whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? If the police had anything on Don and Candace, they would be sitting in jail, not free to do as they please. Of course. I was glad to see Candace doing good over here the other night. It is at its finest, Raven. Not gonna lie, Matt. This is a wild ass story. This is funny. This is somebody who's not in our world coming over here listening to Pandrew's white trashness. Shout out to Cross the Plug podcast. All right. He's mocking her saying moo. Yeah, but I mean, it's so. Listen, Miss Daisy has to fight her own battles. If she was smart, well, let me not say that. Let me say it like this. It's very concerning. I know that there's been calls and there's been people who have been talking about CPS with Pandrew for a long time. It is concerning if I'm being honest. This short that I'm about to upload, if you can hear it, I'll let it play again. You probably won't catch it on this live, but
Yes, sir. Oh, I called to see what you were up to.
it's weird, man. It is concerning for the children. If I could hear the second word and I could so just so everybody's on the same page, somebody sent this video to me all the way edited to where they slowed it down the volume. Like they took the time to screen record his live, the section of the kid screaming, and then they slowed it down and they told me what they heard them say. Now, I didn't hear what they said they heard. I heard half of what they said. If I would have heard what they said, then I would be calling CPS myself because that would not be cool. Definitely not. Hashtag save our children. Hashtag save our kids. Absolutely not with any grooming stuff, any of that weirdo stuff. So if what this person thought they heard, once you hear it, was true, and I could verify it, I'd be all over that. But I didn't hear what they said. I did hear half of what they said. I'm going to upload it. It'll make sense once you hear it yourself. Obviously, on a share screen, you're not going to be able to hear it like that. It's been in the 30s here. It's been cold here in Florida. I think. We don't got 30s and 40s, but it's cold. Florida, man, it gets cold a little bit.
This time of year it should be warmer still. I think it's cold fast. Yeah, colder faster.
Yeah, I hate the people when it's cold in the morning and you're like, man, it's freezing. And you always have the guy at work and he's like, no, it's not. And it's like, yeah, it is, dude. It's cold. It's like always like the one dude that tries to think like it's not cold enough or something like that. It's all weird. How is Don and Candace?
Are not naturally, cold. I mean, like,
Smash a like, y'all.
Your menopause, I sweat and you turn the heat
107 watching and 330 likes. Come on, guys. Smash a like. That's the easiest thing to do. It's right there. Reach out and smash it. It should be formality if you run these YouTube streets. So we did the Benny. We did Pandrew and the contradictions with general knowledge. Let me tag this lady right quick. Knowledge is power. That grandma looking lady. Let me tag her right quick because I don't want to forget. I do not want to forget.
I call it
Knowledge is power, right? What's your avatar look like? I'm gonna have to find it. So yeah, that lady, you guys remember her, the parody of. All right, so this case that I want to talk about tonight is super weird, man. Don and Candace are doing well. Don is, for the most part, as usual, staying off the old YouTube streets. They're just working. There was a point, I usually taught the Don a whole lot, almost daily, I guess. But I've been talking to them less and less. Nothing for not because of any fallout or anything like that. Just they're working, I'm working, and he's just been kind of kicking back off social media. He's just kind of like, he's just kind of fed up. Like, they always been fed up, and these people are constantly getting harassed and stuff. But it's just like almost like disgusting to him at this point. Like
Miss Harris is gonna be watching. Carol said she just sent
Miss Tamika.
yeah, Miss Harris.
Okay, so we have a new family, people, and I want to introduce you to this.
Well, I don't know when. Is she watching now, Carol? Do you know by any chance?
So on the screen, you see Corey Daniely. This case is very weird, people. Very, very weird. I want to just kind of introduce you guys into it. There's so much going on with this that I don't really know how I could just jump into it all at once. So I want to play just 2 videos for you guys. The first would be his mom. What's going on here is this was a missing kids case out of California. It looks as though almost everything that you can see here, it looks as though the friend did it. Okay. And at first, when I was sent this case, I was like, man, no way. I don't know about it. No, I'll take a pass. But you know what? I was very interested about this is for a long time, I've been saying this, and I know that I'm onto something. I have been saying this. Any subscriber who's been subscribed to this channel for a long time, if you remember this, if you remember me saying this, hit a 1 in the chat. You'd have to be at least following since Kylie Rodney. Whenever there's a missing persons case, that's a big national thing. There's a key factor that all these cases have. Gabby Petito, Kylie Rodney. Huh? It is the cell phone. The cell phone is always missing. Nobody points this out. I've been saying this for a long time over here on this channel. Why is the cell phone always missing? Well, think about it. They can't ping your movement, your GPS, if you don't have the cell phone. They can't do any tracking. But why do these people go missing? And the cell phone is disconnected from them. It doesn't make any sense.
It does if you think about it. Whoever did whatever they did, like the bad guys with the phone. I mean, that.
Yes, if the bad guy is the person who took the phone, that makes sense. But when we wake up in the morning, we sit on the toilet. They say now Facebook knows when you can poop. Now they say Facebook knows when you can poop because of their data and their tracking they do on you. But regardless, you go and take a poop in the morning, you're on your phone. You're walking around the house, you go to work, you have your phone on you. So your phone is always attached to you all the time, and you're on it a lot throughout the day. If you go missing, it randomly disappears. But either the bad guy does away with it because they know this, or somebody else makes sure it's not on you. I don't know. Pick a conspiracy. All I can tell you is in all these cases, there is no phone. Of course, little Summer Wells is too young to have one, but I'm talking about these national big cases. Anyway, this case, no phone. No phone. So I want to play you the mother, and then I'm going to play you the whole recap of what's going on here. And it's very tricky. There's a lot of twists and turns. All feedback is appreciated. We'd like to have Miss Tamika come on here. This case is getting 0 media attention. And look, any way we can help the family, we like to help them. Any which way. Even just sharing the poster that's on the screen now to your social media. It's a way of helping, especially in Corey's line of work. Okay. Yeah, man. Of course was. I definitely would. I used to travel.
That's me.
Let me catch these comments real fast. Justice for Corey, 100%. Right on the beach. Half mermaid. This is very super confusing, Carol. Northwest Panhandle. I'm literally 7-minute drive to the Alabama state line. Yeah, skunk is north of us. We've been no problem, Feisty. We've been trying to get up with skunk for a long time now. Oh, Raven, you live close to skunk, Raven. I didn't know you were in Florida, Raven. Feisty, what'd I say? So let me play this, y'all. This is Tamika, the mother we've been in contact with. I'm going to the comments now. If I can play it. What's going on? Oh, volume.
In case you guys didn't know, I'm Corey Daniely's mom. Yep, I went through a big chop. Did some different to my hair because, I went through a lot of changes, but I'm at a new season in my life. And all I want to say is to Zach Styles, Zach James Styles, Teresa Carruthers, Dylan Thompson, Jason Wisdom, both of the Britneys, everybody, Mumbles, everybody who's had something to do with my son's murder. I got 2 words for you. I'm back. Really, I never went anywhere. But guess what? Sometimes you just got to make it do what it do. And I'll reiterate from my former videos saying, you mess with the wrong one. Or in my son Corey's case, you mess with the right one. Because, baby, I ain't going nowhere. And I just ain't going nowhere. I don't know what other way to put it. Your names are going to be out here for the rest of your lives. Okay? And there's really not a whole lot you can do about it. You picked the wrong one. You did what you did to my boy. And you're hiding your hands. You think you're hiding. But you're really not. I know what you did. We know what you did. And the world is going to continue to know what you did. Yeah. Because every outlet that will let me go public.
That's us.
Doing so. Some things are going to happen. It's going to affect them for generations. No, ain't nothing going to have peace that got to do with them. Not their parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents, brothers, sisters, kids, dogs, cats, snakes, rabbits, whatever they got going on. It didn't have to be this way.
So what's weird with this case is it went from a missing persons case. That's Miss Tamika. That's the mother. We're trying to get her on the panel. The media is not covering this. What's weird with this? I'm going to play another video. It doesn't come up right away like that. I'm going to play another video here. I'm sending you a number. There's a lady that's been helping with the case. She said to call her right now and she'll speak. Okay. Okay, I'll call it now. So let's just do that. What's weird is apparently this is tied into a more missing people case. This is a very, very weird case. Okay, Samara. We're gonna call Samara now. I just got it, Carol. We're calling Samara, people.
I love that name. Remember?
Samara. Am I saying it right?
I love that name.
Ask Carol if I'm saying it right. I want to play a very informative video on this. Let's see what Samara says. Give me the Bluetooth. I got nothing. We'll do it again. You sound like what?
Was that the mom?
No. I got nothing. So Samara, let's just try it again. Did you guys hear that? But let me play an informative video on this. There's a guy that breaks this whole thing down to catch everybody up, since we'll be talking about it.
Text it first, maybe.
We're getting messages. We're getting people.
Carol, you got to tell them I'm live and pick the phone up. People get cold feet. I don't know why. It's weird. It happens all the time. All right, so listen. It's weird. It happens all the time. This guy has been covering this. I'll play a little bit of this to catch everybody up. Again, this is out of California. It gets really weird. Pay attention to the friend of Corey, okay? Pay attention. Put your thinking caps on. This is a wormhole in itself, y'all. So let's just see what's going on with this.
Find Corey Daniely and bring to justice those who are involved. This is a call to action. Kerman, California, you guys are up. This is a little closer. This is a really good friend of mine. His name is Corey Daniely. He's also known as Crumb Dread. He was last seen on August the 7th.
Called me back. They just called me back when I
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, this is Samir Norris. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. This is Matt on White Boy Lockdown Radio. We're live.
Hi, Matt. How are you doing?
I'm doing great tonight. So I'm here live with my subscribers, trying to bring some awareness here to Corey's case. I know the media is not covering it. I have a lovely moderator who has a big heart and has tried to connect us with the family. And I'm trying to go over a little intro of this for my subscribers and stuff. I know that you know a lot about the case. Are you on a platform? Are you a creator? Are you a creator? Sorry about that. You there? Hello? Weird. Mm-mm. Let's try it again. It connected to Bluetooth for some reason. I don't know what it was. Let's try it again. You there?
Just so you know, I'm like in the boondocks right now and I have really bad service, so I might lose you.
Not a problem. Did you hear what I said or no?
You asked me if I was a content creator.
Yeah.
I actually specialize in anti-human field trafficking operations and disaster response, recovery, and relief. I have been a content creator before. I have a very strong history in marketing, but most importantly, let's talk about Corey.
Yeah.
So I can answer any questions that you have right now to the best of my ability.
Oh man, I was just trying to give you the questions are for you. If you could just give us maybe like a summary or like a bit just a a basic concept of what we have going on here as I'm trying to introduce it to the subscribers.
Okay, so the summary essentially is Corey's birthday was August 7th. And he posted on Facebook, say, hey, it's my birthday. Does anybody want to kick it and hang out? And somehow he ended up with Zach Styles. Corey was quote unquote reported missing August 8th, 2023. And how the family and friends even found out about this is because Zach went on Corey's Facebook page and essentially wrote on Corey's Facebook saying, hey, this is Zach. I have Corey's phone and other stuff. If anybody sees him, let me know. Or he's missing, blah, blah, blah. And Tamika had a conversation with Corey or with Zach on Corey's phone. And during the whole week that Corey was missing, Zach was on his phone the whole time, and he's been acting extremely suspicious. He hasn't really been acting like a friend of somebody who legitimately went missing. And Zach's story is that Corey and him or Corey and somebody else and him, whatever, had some sort of altercation, and Corey pretty much walked into an almond field in the middle of Kerman without his shirt on, without his phone or belongings, and was never seen again. That's Zach's story, and keep in mind the Corey's family has caught him in a good deal of mistruths and lies, so to speak. And Zach Styles, the last person who's seen Corey alive,
The friend.
he has a very, very bad history with friends. One of his other friends was basically deemed a suicide because his throat was slit in the forest. And I don't know if anybody knows anything about statistics, but statistically, people do not kill themselves by slitting their own throat. So this Zach guy is a very, very bad character, and everyone around him seems to be going missing or ending up dead.
Okay. Now, with that being said, two questions for you. I was about to play a video where there's a gentleman who has a theory that that I don't remember if it was Zach himself or some other characters have other ties to other missing people cases. But before you answer that, is it true that this case went from a missing persons case to a homicide / murder, just like that? Is it now?
That is true.
That is true.
That is true. And the search efforts for Corey so far have been phenomenal. And keep in mind, I'm certified in the rescue.
Okay, Rueben is the guy that I was speaking about the video.
Rueben?
Yeah, so this video, he is talking about, I don't know if it's Zach, but there's other ties to missing people cases with these characters that are thought of to the suspects, correct? I think we lost her.
Michael Bryson on Facebook 2 times, because Zach has 5 Facebook profiles. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But Michael Bryson, who's been missing for well over 2 years now, I think it's going on 3. He went missing, I believe, August 5th, 2021. Michael Bryson is friends with Zach on 2 of Zach's Facebooks. And I get how sometimes, people are friends with random people, but the fact that Michael Bryson is friends with 2 of Zach's profiles, that just as somebody who specializes in social media and digital forensics, that leads me to conclude that they have crossed paths in person before. And Zach's former friend and roommate is also dead. The man I mentioned earlier about the throat slitting in the woods, a suicide. It was deemed as a suicide. So there's a lot going on around Zach Styles and whoever he runs with.
and Zach is he was in California where this happened, but now he's in. I heard he was in. I don't want to say Hawaii, but he's in. He went.
Maui.
Where's he at?
Maui.
Oh.
I'm still waiting for word of where exactly he is, but if he's not in California right now, then he's in Maui. So right now, how I'm operating as if he's in both places. So I did spread word all throughout Maui that he has been there and he may still be there.
Gotcha. And so it's safe to say that if they change it from missing persons case to a homicide, that they're looking at him, but they're not saying it publicly like that yet, right?
Well, yes. As many people know, it's very hard to. It's very hard for families to get closure. It's very hard for law enforcement to do what law enforcement does without an actual body. But because his case was switched to a homicide investigation, that pretty much states the obvious that they know something, and they're being very, very tight-lipped right now for good reason. But if they decided to switch it to a homicide case, then I completely agree with that decision, because I believe the detectives who are on Corey's case know what they're doing. The search and rescue efforts were phenomenal. There was a lot of helicopters, a lot of people on foot, night and day, searching for Corey. Unfortunately, we have not found him yet, but the search efforts were amazing, and I'm extremely grateful for that.
Right. So we've helped some families in the past. You know, if I don't know if we've been in contact with Tamika. Miss Carol has put us in contact with Tamika. We would like to get her on for as much awareness as possible, but at least if that doesn't happen or whatever, I'd like to maybe connect the families with. I help another family that has a missing little girl, Summer Wells, and we've helped the Gabby Petito family. Maybe connect the families that way. There's some type of connection there to where they could.
That's an amazing idea.
You know, I would at least like to do that if possible. It's completely. It's nothing but me giving a number. So if you have a chance, if you can relate that or whatever, or you're always welcome to give any updates over here. I got a couple posters I'm going to share with my subscribers, shared all over my social media. Where would you suggest the best place to get updates on Corey would be? There's a couple Facebook groups out there, correct?
Correct. There are a couple of Facebook groups. In order to study the case fully from start to finish, I would go on Tamika's page. Basically, most people are going to either Tamika's page, Tamika Harris on Facebook, or they're going to Prophet Ruben's TikTok. I don't know you probably have his handle up right now. So I believe his handle is Prophet Ruben. But people are going to his TikTok, and then people are also going to my Facebook page for updates.
Yeah, Ruben has a YouTube channel, correct? Yeah, I'm gonna play that here in a few minutes. Once we hang up.
I know he has a TikTok, and I think he has a YouTube as well. And my Facebook is Samara N. Morris.
Samara N. Norris. Okay.
Or N. Morris.
Carol, you have her. I'll get it from Carol. Carol will drop the links for everybody.
And I'll tell you what I'll do. So I have to write an entire recap of the case start to finish. I have a plethora of screenshots and different other things. So I will provide you and Corey's family with that upon completion. And I will also relate to Tamika everything that we discussed. And either Tamika or myself or Ruben, one of us will link you up with Parrish Bryson, Michael Bryson's father. And I will say that anybody who is a part of the festival community, I would say between the ages of 26, maybe 25 to 36, whatever. Everybody should be on the lookout right now, because everything that I've known about this case so far, it's leading to the very likely possibility that we could be dealing with a ring of people at best case scenario, a ring of people who are harming people in, I just seen a shooting star. That's interesting. A ring of people who are harming people in that certain community, and all these people have ties to being DJs or musicians or so on and so forth. But there's definitely something going on with all that for sure. And everybody who's involved with that scene just needs to be very, very, very careful.
Wow.
Yeah, because the thing that made me come to the conclusion that Michael Bryson's case is worth going over in regards to finding a tie to Corey's case, right? Because I believe these cases are very connected. Aside from Zach being double friends with him on Facebook. And also, like, when you're friends with somebody on Facebook and you don't know them and you know that person's missing, you at least share their flyer, right? Or be like, oh, I hope this guy's okay. There's none of that on Zach's page. So if it's psychology of, yeah, something's going on with this guy. Michael Bryson, apparently there was some sort of altercation and he was upset and he had a bad feeling about going to the party. This is over text messages. He said something felt off about that night. And he apparently walked into the woods without his cell phone or any belongings between the hours of 3 and 4 something a.m., very late at night, same time frame as Corey, and was never seen again. Like, just vanished into thin air at a party with over 60 people. The only difference between Michael Bryson's case is there was more people there, and it was the woods, not an almond field. But it's basically the same thing as what happened to Corey.
Yeah.
Or at least the story that people told, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. It's really interesting. Appreciate the big yeah, it could potentially be huge, and the big warning and the awareness to people in the area of what you're what you're thinking. My wife is sitting right here. She also has a YouTube channel. It's got 5,000 subs. As much awareness as we can get. We have friends in the community. We could also help. What from what I've seen there's not a lot of people on YouTube covering this, and it should have some traction. It should have people making videos about this, some live streams, just to get it out there more, because the media, for whatever reason, they've completely missed this. Why do you think that is?
So the media is a complicated beast, and any missing person case I've ever dealt with, especially this one, because this one hits very close to home, because Corey, Daniely, and I are actually really good friends, and it's still very hard to use him in past tense.
So you were friends with him?
Yes, I met him when I was probably like 21 or 22, and I'm like 33 now.
Okay.
And so, but I'm also the person in the community who has a lot of training. Like, I'm from Detroit, so I operate a lot differently than a lot of West Coast people do, under very emotionally charged times and terrible circumstances. I'm able to keep a cool head and to get to the bottom of things and to reach the end of what is needed and to basically react in a way that is most effective while mitigating risk and reducing or eliminating the amount of collateral damage and whatever that may be, whether it's a missing persons case or a wildfire, it doesn't really matter. So I'm usually the person in my community and my family where, like, if something hits a fan, like, I'm either the first person you call or I'm the last person you call. And I have a lot of training in anti-human trafficking. I have a lot of experience with missing persons cases, but this is the first time that I've ever had anyone go missing who I actually know. And when everything started, my main goal was to protect the family by all costs and to like make sure everybody in mine and Corey's community was as strong and as they possibly could be and have the skills and the tools to deal with whatever is being thrown our way. Because when I say it was wild, like it was wild. August and September were very intense. And the way I explained it to Corey's family, I said the media is a headless beast. So it's really good if the media gets involved, but it's also really bad if the media gets involved.
Yeah.
Because there's different things that come with the media, right? So I had to give the family a briefing like, hey, make sure you have your Facebook names changed, or make sure you have all of your information completely concealed, because people who come to these cases that the media brings and the media themselves, like they'll stalk you, they'll send you threats. Like I've seen all sorts of crazy stuff happen, and a lot of people who have a missing person in their family and who do have media attention are not prepared for that media attention. So my main goal was to prepare them for the media attention, and now I feel like they're very prepared. And I do have a media list. I can't go over the numerics or the data on that on air, but definitely I'll share it with you and your people, because I know you'll put it to good use. And I shared this media list to Tamika and her family.
Could I ask a quick question about Zach? Does he have by any chance, does he have a young daughter?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay, because
unless he has like a maybe baby floating around that I haven't seen yet. But
we have a listener that used to live in Maui that knows a Zach. So any Sunshine Dragonfly, any other questions or things that you might remember about that Zach that you can ask? Let it go, and I'll ask her. But she asked if Zach had a young daughter.
He doesn't have a daughter that's in the public face of things, you know. Like I don't know what he has going on in his inner private life, but from what I know, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But I mean, I don't know. He like might have a maybe baby out there floating around. Who knows?
Right.
But he's not a known public father. Put it that way.
I get it. So yeah, I'm gonna get with Carol and kind of educate myself a little bit more about the case. Right now, I want to share the missing, get the links out.
I have a whole timeline established, so I believe I'm hoping, and Corey's family is also hoping to have this whole thing come to a resolve and get closure as soon as humanly possible. However, on the other side of the coin, and there's always two sides of the coin, especially with things like this, is we're also all very ready and prepared for the long game. So if the long game is meant to be played, then we're just going to be in the long game, and we will definitely work with you guys hand in hand diligently in a united front as time goes on. And I do know that Tamika and Corey's family do have interest in helping other families, because even when this does come to a resolve and there is closure, they know what it's like now, and they want other families to, you know, have the help they need and the resources they need. So the key here is to just, at this point, is to help families not have to go through this and to prevent it. And the thing with missing persons cases, I don't know who's listening. I don't know if there's 10 people here or 10,000 people listening, but if you think something is wrong, you need to say something, and you need to
See something, say something.
Respond, right? Because a lot of people, and not only like just that, what you just said, but a lot of people who go missing people are like, oh, maybe they'll show up in like 4 days. But then by the time the missing persons report is established, it's already too late. And statistically, that person is most likely gone. Unless miracles do happen, you know, nobody should ever give up hope. But statistically, you got to get 48 hours, statistically. And
Yeah.
a lot of people just report missing people like too soon. And the problem with the Corey Daniely case, the Michael Bryson case, is the communities that Corey and even myself, I come from this community as well. At Michael Bryson, the communities that are basically they come from, it's full of a lot of people who just like love life and love freedom and travel and, you know, go to this state or go to this city and like, you know, record this song or go to this party or do this DJ set here or like whatever. So these are kind of like nomadic people we're talking about. And I'm the same way, you know, in the last 2 weeks, I've been in 15 different states. So, because, you know, I go over.
Like a bunch of traveling people, a lot of people getting and going everywhere, right?
Yeah. So like we have this situation where like it's very, very normal for people to like, you know, need their own personal space or be going through some stuff and just like want to unplug for like a day, 2 or 3 days. And nobody like reports it, and it's not people's fault that they don't report it, and it's not somebody's fault if they decide to like dip off and, you know, get some private alone time for 2 or 3 days. People should be able to operate with grace no matter what they're doing. Just with this situation here, that whole community just needs to be on standby and on alert. And I will say, my gut feeling tells me that Corey was not the first person who Zach had encountered, but Corey might very well be the last. So if there's any missing persons cases in the festival and party community, if you will, that particularly anybody who's walking off in the middle of some wilderness and without their stuff and without their phone, definitely give me a call, because, you know, we're not going to blame everything on Zach here. But all those cases need to be looked over with a fine-tooth comb, because there is a lot of degrees of connection. And with the Corey Daniely case, I can't say too much.
Is the FBI in charge of this, or is it still local police there in California?
I do not have that information right now. I do know both parties in which you just mentioned are fully aware of what's happening. So I don't have that information to answer that clearly right now. I do believe that they are putting in a lot of diligent work in regards to this case. It's not loud, you know, like they're not being loud about it. But there's a lot of complexities in this case that people do not understand. And it's one of those things where like every single corner that has been turned on this case, it just gets darker and darker, to be honest with you.
There's a lot of twists and turns I've seen in it, for sure.
I would like to have an off-air conversation with.
Hello. Hello. I think we lost you. No, we lost her. Okay, off-air conversation. Babe, I'll take that number down there at the top, because I'm about to go dead. So I think we're going to cover this one, y'all. They need help. A lot of twists and turns. Very confusing. Look, to me, man, it looks wide open like the friend did it. It's weird that they made it from a missing persons to almost a murder overnight with no public, like, announcement, or of course they're going to hold the information in it if they have a big lead or something. But, oh, she called back. Shit. Hello? Hello?
Sorry about that. My phone. I'm in the boondocks right now, but
It's
it
okay.
lasted a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah, we definitely can have a an off the air conversation. I'm gonna text you my wife's number as well. And
Yeah, for sure. I would love to have an off-air conversation because situations like missing person situation, as you know, because you sound like this is not your first rodeo, nor will it be your last. It needs to be handled with a lot of diligence because at the same time, I don't want people to be afraid and be living their lives in fear. But there is a thing called situational awareness that people definitely need to exercise, like no matter what. It's 2023. The world is much different than it used to be.
right.
And there's a lot about this case that I would need to talk about off the air, just because it's bad. It's really bad.
I know there's a lot of twists and turns in it. Me and my wife went out there in the Gally Petito case, and we put the boots on the ground, as they say. We went out there in the woods looking for Brian Laundrie. There's FBI was involved. We even spoke with both families, the suspect and the victim. We help missing. We try to help as many families as we can. I still got you.
Yep, I'm still here.
I've we as far as the Summer Wells case, I didn't go on any major searches or anything looking for her. I've helped her family online because, as you could imagine, people online that are watching these things, they tend to think think that you can't stop people's own opinion or thoughts or conspiracy about the case. So there's a lot of negativity in that case, and I just stick up for them online. I became very close friends with the Wells, but I'm just trying to help Tamika and her family any which way I can. Even if it's just sharing a poster or continually sharing it on my social media. If that's all I do, I'm still helping her in a sense. But any man, I did not say that all. Hello.
I'm sorry. Oh, no word.
Hello. Hello.
You're on a roll, too.
Get some Wi-Fi.
Well, at least you practiced for when it calls back. When the phone is...
So yeah, guys, it's weird, huh? I don't know. They must know something. Hey, I don't know. The friend. Look, could it be that easy as the friend did it and he dipped off? I just.
It could be that easy. It could be completely twisting and turning and difficult. I mean, like, it could look like it's obviously pointing at him and it's nothing to do with him. I mean,
So there's a guy on YouTube who's been doing an outstanding job. This guy's name is Rueben. Okay. Listen, lady, you got to get Wi-Fi. We're not doing this all night. No, I like Samara. I'm just joking. She sounds like a very educated person. She sounds like she's in this for the right reasons. That's the best type of person. I'll have to text her in a minute. I'll do it. I'm going to Carol. I want to hear this before I'm going to. All right. So guys, look, there's a guy named Rueben. He's got a YouTube channel. I'm going to play you a little recap of what's going on. You heard her. She gave a lot of information, but as far as the things going on here, I'm not going to answer that.
just go ahead. That's rude.
You take it. Take it. Yes. Close the door.
I can't read.
Close the door.
Dang it.
Take it.
I'm gonna kick you. Hello?
I'm definitely gonna get a hold of her again, but it's just not worth the Wi-Fi. Where she's at is not good connection. So I definitely gonna connect with her again. She's very knowledgeable. So listen to this guy right here with the kind of update. I was playing it before she called. I believe Carol said the mother of Corey was watching, guys. So as she was talking before, I was like, hey, everybody wave. If everybody can give a quick.
Around 3 a.m. at the almond fields in Kerman, California. This is
If everybody can just give a quick like wave emoji or something, because I believe Tamika's watching. We've been in contact with her. This has been going on behind the scenes for about a couple of weeks, guys. There's just been so much going on. And the thing about it is there's been a lot of drama on YouTube. We've been covering it. Look, make no mistake. I like the drama. I don't mind getting in the middle of it. I actually enjoy it. But at the same time, man, I like helping families better. And sometimes that gets away from us, guys. We all indulge in the drama a bit, no matter how much we want to admit it or not. We all either get stuck watching it or we go looking for it, which is not a problem, but we got to stay on track on the real goal and what we made the channel for. That's more important. I'm not a bullhorn Betty. I'm not going out and making a career and doing what she does, but I will 100% help any missing family that contacts us that needs help. We'll do whatever we can for them. And if something happens in my area within a 2-hour drive or something, I'm going to be there 1000%. That's just how we do it on this channel. And when stuff's not going on, we advocate for cyberbullying like no one else does. But let's have a roundup of what's going on here.
It's not like him because he's gone and he left his cell phone and all his belongings. And like his mother said, the math is not mathing. So for everyone that's up in Fresno, California area, he was last seen near the almond fields up there in Kerman. He was wearing red sweatpants, Nike sneakers, and no shirt. He was trying to find a way back up to the Bay Area, but no one has seen or heard from him since. My friend Tamika, she was only notified of this by one of his friends on Facebook. The friend put it up on Facebook. That's the only way she found out. Now, what's strange to me is this friend has all of Corey's phone and his belongings, and he was one of the last people to see Corey. He was supposed to have a show tonight. He plays in a band up in Ukiah, but his bandmates have heard nothing from him. So if anybody sees him or knows anything, please contact us, contact the police. A missing persons case has already been filed. This is his mother, Tamika Harris. If you know anything, you can contact her. She's on Facebook, or like I said, contact the police department immediately. Thank you, guys. Let's get the word out there. Let's boost this post. Let's spread the word.
Great morning, everyone.
All right, guys, this is Corey's mom. She has a Facebook. She's got a TikTok. Again, it's not on YouTube like that. Corey Daniely.
I am the mother of Corey Daniely, aka Crundred, Corey Holston. This is my son. This is my eldest son, and I want to get on here today and thank everyone for the pouring out everything that everyone has tried to come together and do to find my son. I want to say thank you. What I'm feeling right now, I cannot describe in words. It's a parent's worst nightmare to know that your child is out there and you don't know if he's dead and you don't know if he's alive.
I know exactly the feeling she's talking about because I remember watching my mom go through it. And there's not even any words that can describe that feeling. If you've gone through it, you know what those words are, you know what that feeling is. But if you haven't, man, just wish that you never, ever get to experience the words or the feelings ever.
And you can't get to him. So that is what I'm feeling right now. And the fact is, the longer time goes on that I don't hear anything from him or about him, the worser I feel as a mom. I'm not giving up hope.
Don't do it. Gotta have it.
I have a mother's heart.
Yes, ma'am.
So my heart is praying that he's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But my mind is telling me to prepare.
Mm.
So I want to say thank you to everyone for reaching out. And I want to ask everyone, if you can, don't give up looking for him. Keep looking for him. At first, I said, well, maybe he just fell off the grid. He's just hanging out somewhere, which he's done.
So, Raven, she does look very young. I can't imagine my son is 21 and I still worry. I bet, Miss Erin. So here's the deal that's weird with this case. Apparently they've changed it from missing persons case to a murder/homicide. The thing is, they have never located a body or showed a picture of Corey, found dead or anything like that. So it's very odd to me that they've changed it from A to B without showing you anything. Where's the update on, body found or body discovered or this and that? There's nothing like that. So it's just a floating thing here. I could understand if they changed it from missing persons to homicide or murder, and because it's something they found, and they're not saying something publicly because they know who the suspect is, and they want to get him, keeping it on the low and stuff. But they gotta announce to the public that they found the dead body or whatever, or the mom at least, the family at least. It's just very weird. This case is very. There's so many different aspects and twists and turns. People, it's a wormhole. It is a wormhole. Let's go back to Mama Bear.
But in my heart of hearts, I know that this is not the case right now. It's something has happened to my boy. And I believe that Zach Styles and Dylan Thomas and a couple of other fellas know more than what they're saying. I think they've done something to them. I think they've done something to him. And they're hiding their hands and they're hiding. I ask you guys, if you can, those that are out in California on my behalf, put the squeeze on them and the pressure on them. I'm doing everything I can to get out there as soon as possible. Between Kermit, California, up to the Bay Area, if you have any connects, if you know anybody, if you could roll out to the almond fields, the orchards out in Kermit, because I know that that area in particular is in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing out there. They could have did anything to them by way of that way on up to the mountains, heading back up into Sonoma County. If anybody sees or hears anything, please let me know. Corey
Thank you,
was
Sunshine.
last seen wearing red sweatpants, which is pictured in one of his pictures, and some
Big help right
sneakers
there,
and
Sunshine.
no
Big help.
shirt, walking around at 3:00 a.m.
Aaron, praying is the best thing possible you can do. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Everybody, if you can, a little prayers.
This Zach Styles dude is
This
just
guy,
giving
that's
us
the best
stuff,
friend.
bits and pieces of stuff.
The friend.
And I think it's all crap. Honestly. He even had his mother wash Corey's clothes. If you get any messages from Corey's phone, it is from Zach Styles. Zach has Corey's phone. He may have had it. I don't know if it's still in possession, but anytime anyone has logged on to any of Corey's social media this week, it has been Zach. So please.
Weird. Log using his social media too?
Corey is my eldest son. He has always been the one. I love all my children, but I had to worry least about him because Corey knew how to survive. He was a survivor. Corey always knew how to land on his feet. But this type of situation, we are pouring out looking for him, and he has not reached back. And that is not a good thing, because normally he will reach back. Normally he will call me and say, "Yo, Mom, I'm okay." Even if it was a 2-minute call. I just spoke with Corey a few days before his birthday, and I sent him some money for his birthday and told him I love him. And every time I talk to Corey on the phone, he always told.
Hey, where is this part in California, Sunshine? Where is this part in California? Zach Styles' mom washed Corey's clothes after Corey went missing. Like, why would you do that? It's very weird. Who's from California in the house? Miss Harris, appreciate you getting her son's name out there. Of course. Of course. Let's hear Mama again. Again, this is a kind of a long video. We're going to breeze through it, but I just want to catch everybody up on this.
Told me in a phone call.
Oh, real quick, I did upload the short with Pandrew. I'm about to make it public now, so you could hear in the beginning of the live. You can hear it for yourself. But just a quick update on that.
Mom, I'm gonna make you proud. I'm gonna make you proud of me, Mom. Mom, I'm gonna be famous and I'm gonna take care of you. But I love you so much, Mom. And I always would tell Corey, you don't have to make me proud of you. You don't have to become famous for me to be proud of you. I'm already proud of you, and I love you no matter what. I love you. It's always my words to my son. He always calls me on Mother's Day and my birthday and different days. And my kids, they always know that I am big on their birthdays, and I go
Rueben.
out of my way to celebrate them. They're all grown now.
State. Thank you, Sunshine.
My son's birthday was August 7th, and he was last seen at 3 a.m. on his birthday, August 7th. The question was, why didn't y'all go after him? Why did y'all let him walk away? See after Corey, because he's walking in the middle of nowhere, which is not good for a Black man in that area. I will just keep it real.
Say regarding Corey Daniely. Hey peeps, let me bring you an update. Here it is. We've been digging down this rabbit hole.
Yes.
And I always say, when we start digging, you start uncovering a lot of things.
Guys.
When you put sugar out, the flies and the roaches, they're going to come out to eat. So as me and my team have been digging deeper and deeper into this, making connections, putting together puzzle pieces, we started making some connections with people who are known to, like Corey, compared to other people that they hang in certain circles, right? So we started digging, and as we got down this rabbit hole, it started getting deeper but more interesting, because we started putting 6 and 6 together, and then all of a sudden that 6 and 6 added up to 20 and 20. I know it's kind of confusing, right? Well, let me show you something, because the same people that are connected to this case right here, connected to Corey, they are also connected to Michael Bryson. Everything right now is starting to add up. Similar cases, similar MOs. Things are not looking right. They don't smell right. They don't even look right.
Guys, this gets freaky, strange, and conspiracy bells all around. It really does. I've been looking into a couple things myself here. It's very odd. I've been looking into I don't know who remembers Pizzagate. So Elon Musk was on Twitter, and he was tweeting something about Pizzagate. And Pizzagate, to me, I believed it. I'm big into listen, guys. I'm just gonna say this. People who don't believe it, you don't have to believe it. It's got nothing to do with this case. But there is a conspiracy out there that, well, before you believe the conspiracy, you'd have to have the knowledge to know that there is a group of people who there's people who drink blood. And there's people who think there's an anti-aging effect that comes from children's blood. And this group of people, they buy children's blood. They think it's the fountain of youth, and it's an anti-aging element. And the majority of this blood comes from missing children's cases. Now, that is the conspiracy. That is a conspiracy. What is not a conspiracy is there's a group of people who pay money to drink blood, young blood, children's blood. You can Google that. It used to be a conspiracy. It's no longer a conspiracy. It no longer is one. But I've always found it fascinating that if you Google Pizzagate and you look into Pizzagate, any comment section of any video, you'll see missing children in the comments there. It's weird, people. There's a connection with a lot of stuff. I'm going way left field right now. Not really, but I am. Not really. I'm right in the center in Matt's world. But as far as this case, this being connected to something, strange, people. It's strange. Sick people in this world, Aaron. That probably means you believe it too. You too, Mystical. You believe it? There's missing Michael Bryson, everyone. It's very strange, guys. There's just a lot of different coincidences in here. I'll play a little bit more about this. And I want to go back to what I was talking about. Let's play a few more minutes of this.
Because the same way that Corey disappeared without his phone, without his
Last seen wearing a nose ring, white shirt, Michael's belongings could have been planted by those involved. Michael Bryson is 6 feet tall, and at the time of his disappearance, he weighed approximately 180 pounds. He has short brown hair and light eyes. He was last seen wearing a nose ring, white shirt, black shorts, and white and rainbow Crocs.
So 2 years ago, on August the 5th, around 4 a.m. in the morning, I want you to catch this now. I want you to hear some of the similarities. These are two different states, but they're close together. All right. He was camping on a trip or a rave party at a campground near Dorena Lake in Oregon. It's called the Hobo Campground. A lot of y'all familiar with it. His friends claimed that he walked away from the party in an unknown direction in the middle of the night and was not seen again.
Weird.
The exact details surrounding when, how, with, and whom he may have left with are not known. Till this day, they're still not known. And at this point, months, years later, right, there's been no evidence of him in the wooded region for miles around that campground, despite extreme efforts of search and rescue.
Day, the 7th at 3 a.m., walking away from a home.
Every single bit of it. Is it possible that he left on his own accord, vanishing without a trace, or did something more insidious happen? These are the same questions that I have about Corey Daniely. the same questions because I started putting together all
Super
the connections,
weird, y'all. Super
starting with
weird.
Zach.
Fresno County Sheriff's
Same
Office
shit.
is looking for a missing man. This is Corey Daniely. He was last seen
Wow.
Monday, the 7th at 3 a.m., walking away from a home near South Bishop and West Annandale Avenues in Kerman. Corey is not familiar with the area. If you have seen him or know where he is, you're asked to call the Fresno County Sheriff.
So as I'm looking at Zach, I started noticing.
So real fast, just as we're just take a time out. These are two cases that happen right at the house, walking away from the house. This is what I mean with Summer's case. I was talking to Noel before, and I told Noel this. I don't even know how we got in the conversation, but I said, Noel, when I ask people about Summer Wells, what do they think happened to Summer Wells? They immediately have a big, wild conspiracy theory that they're willing to sell you. That is solely because of what they've heard on YouTube. What they've heard on YouTube. And what they've heard on YouTube has probably came because some YouTuber was interviewing Don, and Don's dumbass told a YouTuber about what he did with a stepsister 50 fucking years ago, which has nothing to do with Summer's case. But because they got that out of him, because Don's honest, and because they ran their narrative, they've twisted it, created their own narrative. And that's why people have these weird theories. I've asked so many people from YouTube, subscribers, everybody, what do you think happened this summer? They give you the most craziest answer. I've never had anybody say, well, maybe it is what the cops think, which is exactly what this guy is saying on the screen. Two cases where people just vanished walking away from their house. Why is it so hard for people to comprehend that just maybe that happened with Summer Wells? It's wild, right? But anyway, that would be a third one, right? But let's go back to him for a minute. It's crazy.
A lot of links in the chain that connect. And I do mean a lot of links.
100% Raven.
A lot of links. Yep. Make you scratch your head, huh? It's all going to make sense. Do you guys notice something particular about this entire picture? I mean, just something doesn't sit right. Like I said, there's a lot of links. What caught my attention was start looking more into the, because it's only going to get us. And it is.
So there's a long video. I'm going to put it in the description box, or excuse me, the chat. Just going to kick it with you guys for a few minutes before I end this one. But so I'll put this one in the chat. This guy, Rueben, has done a lot of good work on this case. I want to have Tamika come up, the mom. Anyway, the best we can help this case, man, is just to share the poster. Sadly, there is a bunch of sick people. People, look, man, it's getting crazy out there. I do believe that a lot of missing people, a lot of missing kids cases, that has a lot to do with it, what I was talking before. Hey, look into Pizzagate. If you've never heard of Pizzagate, Google it. It's serious. That I do believe that people there. I do believe that there is an elite group of people that drink that adrenal gland or whatever it's called. You know that it's people. This is not even a conspiracy anymore. Conspiracy theories, not you. They all come true. I believe there's a group of people that drink that shit because they think that it's a fountain of youth. They're acting as God to slow down their aging. You can't do that. That's about as devil as it gets. And when people act like God, That's the worst thing you can do. They're doing that with AI as well. AI and the power these social media companies have with the chips in the brain, and they're trying to make it to where you don't die. So when you physically die, you die, but you upload your brain into the computer and you're still there. It's all weird, people. It's all weird. I was watching a video. I'm going to do a video about this. There was Google put a hit on this guy. Okay. They actually told this guy, your wife is not going to live past this month. And she died of a car wreck. How did she die? The brakes went out. Who is this guy? This guy exposed how Google tampers with elections. Not anything that you saw in 2020 where people talk about the election and cheating with no proof. This guy exposed the homepage of Google. So when you Google something, 50% of the time you Google something, you hit the first or the second option, right? You don't go on the fourth page of Google. You never do that. You never do that. Not even 10% of the time. Do you go on the second, third, fourth page? You never do that. I never do that. 50% of the time, you hit number 1 or number 2 of the Google. That is very important. You can pay to be number 1 or 2. When it comes to elections, Google has a lot of influence. And what they do is their home screen, Google's home screen, gets shown over 600 billion times a day from people logging on and logging off. So they remind you to vote. In certain swing states, this guy proved that if you were a registered Democrat voter, they reminded you to vote 100% of the time. So if you went online, you saw, don't forget to vote, go vote, go vote, go vote. If you are a registered Democrat, if you're a Republican, only 30% of Republicans saw that same message. So they tampered with elections like that and so much more. I got to be careful what I say, unfortunately. But this guy, he also proved when you Google something, why does Amazon always pop up? It's because Amazon and Google are business partners. It gets deep. But this guy exposed all this. He made it to Congress and did a speech for Congress, and he's saying all this shit that I'm telling you, plus way more. And he's proving it. Congress hit up Google and was like, hey, that shit you're doing with the homepage, that shit you're doing with cut it out now. So this dude is a whiz, right? He's catching Google doing all these shenanigans, right? Google tells the dude about his wife. She don't have X amount of time to live. How about his wife gets in a car wreck? The brakes completely went out. Man, Google was telling that dude, hey, you better fucking chill. You better chill or you might lose your wife. And what they do? Hypothetically, somebody went out there and cut her brake lines. There was a witness to the car crash. This dude is a beast. Go on louder with Crowder, and you'll see the video. It's called How Google is Trying to Steal the Election in 2024. This guy is brilliant. Anyway, there's a lot of power, man. I forget where I was going with that. But as far as the missing people and missing kids and that's where I was going with that. These social media companies have been given too much power. They've been given way too much power. You know, you cannot sue a social media company. If I say something crazy on YouTube, you can't sue YouTube. You know, that's Section 230. But they've been given so much power that they overreach. These people are playing God with AI. There's people playing God with blood. Man, it's some sick shit. There's celebrities that just drink the blood for the anti-aging thing. I used to post a lot of videos about this on my TikTok, and guess what? It got deleted. I got everything censored. If you go onto my new TikTok, it says, "This is my last try." Because this gets deep right here, what I'm talking about. There's some sick shit going on. It gets deep. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I think I'm gonna stop. Actually, I think I'm gonna stop completely. I think I'm gonna stop. But fish around, poke around, look around, and you'll see it. It's sad that I gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Why? We should be able to have this conversation, but we can't. Samara's in the chat. Samara, I see you. I'm from Detroit. Hey, look, you were calling. My wife has my phone. I'm gonna have her text you right now so we can have a conversation about this offline. Love to have you on as a guest to talk about this. I was just playing Ruben's video. I linked his channel in the description. I'm gonna link a few more things in the description of this. Did you get what, Samara?
Your phone's over there charging. I texted her and told her twice that she could call my phone, but she never did.
She's got horrible
She
reception.
wanted to come on. Yeah, I figured something was up with the service.
Yeah.
But she
So
did call you back a few times.
yeah, I know.
You were just dead.
Well, one time I tried to answer, I couldn't get to it. We'll talk offline. I'm about to end this anyhow. But yes, you have to be very careful. Yeah, Vicky, 100%. There's a lot to this case. It's very complicated. Yes, I went on a tantrum about the blood and stuff, guys. Got nothing to do with the case. But this is one of my conspiracies. Just because I keep seeing things connect with the case. And that is weird, the way that it connects to other cases. You heard what she's saying about the DJing. You heard we see about the life. It's strange. I do want to help this family, even if we're just talking about it. If I do 2-3 more lives with this, Samara comes up, Carol, Ruben, whoever, maybe Tamika comes up. It's still awareness. It's not getting any media attention. What's up, Say Robbie? What's happening? Seeing your post with your father-in-law. Looking good. Looking good. My main goal is to protect Corey's family and to give them closure and make sure that this does not happen to anyone because of these people. I would really like to connect you to the Wells family and to the Petito family. Somehow, some way, you guys maybe they can talk or whatever to where I know that the Wells have resources, and things that they use that I don't talk about on YouTube. And some of those things could probably be beneficial to Tamika and her family. So I would love to do that. That's the goal for tomorrow. Say Robbie's in the house, y'all. I was going to say that. I don't think I've ever heard about this on our local news. Yeah, I've never heard on it either. Look, you can't find too much about this case on YouTube. You do find stuff on TikTok, though. Tiny bit on Twitter. Yeah, 100% Save Robbie. So we'll get with you some more. I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. Justice for Corey, 100%. Oh, she had to wait 5 minutes. I'm so sorry for that. I'm so sorry for that. I forgot I even had it on. My phone went dead. I know you're in a bad spot. We will connect. My wife's name is Noelle. As much as we can help you. But guys, look, I'm gonna wrap it up. Let's get these posters. Let's get this poster shared. The Pandrew video is uploaded now into a short. Slow it down. You could hear it. It's concerning. You will hear a kid. You will hear screaming. I don't know what was said. You tell me what you hear in the comments. That dude as a parent, no bueno. Somebody should give that as a gift to Miss Daisy. And maybe she's calling the wrong department, is all I'm saying. Think about that one. But guys, I'm out of here, man. Much love. Please hit the like on the way out. We'll do it again very shortly. I'm going to make a video about this case, and let's get this case going on the YouTube streets. Let's get some awareness for this thing. Let's help a family. That's what is good about YouTube, is we get to do that. We get to participate in that. The drama, the shenanigans, they're always fun, but they're always going to happen. When we get to help a family, and we can help a family, that's what really matters, y'all. Y'all know my heart, so let's do it. It's Team Whiteboard Radio. Hit the like if you can stand it. The members is below in the description is somewhere. Do it if you can. If you can't, that's all good too. But all right, y'all, I'm signing off. Much love.